Welcome back to my channel. It's Cool's Next Door here. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, welcome and thank you so much for stopping by. As you have seen by the title, we are going to continue on with the part 2 of this blind buy fragrance haul. Some of these items I could not wait to use, so I went ahead and I did a wear test on it, and of course I'll let you know what my results were. And the rest of the items are not even broken into just yet. Some of these are celebrity fragrances and the rest are my designer fragrances. Fragrances is one of those things that always puts me in the mood. It is very mood boosting, and that is what I love the most about fragrances. So we're first going to start with the house of Dolce & Gabbana, and the first one that I picked up from this house is the L'Imperatrice number 3. The main accords are fruity, ozonic, aquatic, green, sweet, tropical, fresh, aromatic, and musky. And I think this is definitely a beautiful fragrance in my opinion. It is definitely geared towards summer, which I think it is definitely the ideal time to rock this fragrance because of its wateriness. In one of my past videos, I have used this out to brunch. We went out on the lake, my friends and I, and we were out in the open, outdoors, on the water, exposed to the sun, and everybody asked me what I was wearing. Everybody. This is such a beautiful fragrance. I don't know where this has been all my life, but I love this. This is just the perfect fragrance. Perfect. I just love the simplicity of this bottle. They didn't put a lot of effort into what this bottle was gonna look like, but there is a magic on the inside. You have to really appreciate watery, ozonic type of fragrances in order to appreciate this one. This is not for everyone. I went over to Marshall's and I picked up this box that just has Dolce & Gabbana L'Imperatrice. When I checked the fragrance notes, they were exactly the same as this one. I thought I was actually going to get something totally different, and they are the same. Very good fragrances and very affordable. So I'm so happy that I was able to add 2 of these to my collection. The next item that I did pick up is from none other than Britney Spears, and this is the Fantasy Intimate Edition Eau de Parfum. The main accords are vanilla, sweet, musky, powdery, ozonic, fresh, citrus, fruity, white floral, and tropical. This is just an all-round beautiful fragrance, if you ask me. I did wear this one to sleep. Granted, I didn't sweat in my sleep or run a marathon, but I did wake up the next morning smelling this still on my body. This definitely has a legal amount of fruitiness in it, and I love this. This is a very feminine and girly fragrance. It is very sweet and fruity. It is such a nice touch. It just makes me feel so good. I love the powdery dry down. I could not believe that this has such a lasting power on my skin, and it's just elegant, and I love this, and I'm glad to add this to my collection. So next, from Ariana Grande, we have the Thank You Next 2.0. Beautiful packaging. And this one I picked up from my local Walgreens. I actually picked this up for my daughter for her birthday, and she wanted the original Thank You Next. And I added this one to my collection. Don't know how this smells yet, but we are going to get this open and we're gonna dig right in it. It definitely looks similar to her Thank You Next, the original. And it comes in this frosted iridescent type of bottle and a crystal looking top, which is very nice. The main accords are sweet, fruity, powdery, woody, musky, and floral. I would consider this to be a fruity floral. You definitely get some floral notes in here, but it's definitely a burst of fruitiness that makes this such an all-around well-blended fragrance. A little bit of muskiness, I think, in the base, but I mean, this smells really good. Of course, she has that signature Thank You Next packaging right over top of the bottle, but this is a beautiful fragrance. Very nice, very fruity, it's sweet, it's girly, it's seductive, and I know I'm gonna enjoy this one in my collection. Along with that, I picked up the Thank You Next 2.0 Body Mist. This is something that I am going to have and keep in my purse when I want to respray. I am no stranger to respraying my fragrances. It's beautiful. The fragrance is beautiful, and she put her touch to this, and I love this. The next item that I did pick up from TJ Maxx was the Rosewood Amour by Banana Republic. It's a very simple bottle. The main accords are sweet, amber, musky, vanilla, fruity, mossy, white floral, floral, warm, spicy, and earthy. I'm really loving this. It's a very, very nice fragrance. It's a sugary, sweet type of fragrance. This smells just like Cloud by Ariana Grande. Of course, we know I love all things sugary and sweet. And this is a very fruity, very sweet fragrance that I know I am going to continue to love. Oh, this is good. This is really good. And I'm so glad I was able to add this to my collection. I was able to pick up the Live Luxe by Jennifer Lopez. The main accords are fruity, sweet, aquatic, fresh, ozonic, white floral, powdery, and floral. You definitely get some type of a juicy, fresh watermelon scent in the opening. It is a very fruity perfume. It smells really nice. As far as it being long lasting, I would definitely have to test this out to find out the longevity. But it is not a cheap smelling perfume by any means. This bottle is gorgeous, and I know that I am going to love this one. Next, from Ross, I was able to pick up the Diamonds and Rubies by Elizabeth Taylor. This is the Eau de Toilette. The main accords are powdery, floral, warm, spicy, vanilla, sweet, rose, woody, fruity, amber, and almond. And the reason why I picked this up was because of memories. Upon spraying this, this immediately brought tears to my eyes. It took me way back to my childhood, and it reminded me of my grandmother. My grandmother used to wear the original Elizabeth Taylor. That was her signature scent. She would wear that day in, day out, whether she went out to feed the dogs or feed the ducks, or whether she went out to do gardening, or whether she went out to the grocery store, or whether she was cooking a meal. My grandmother wore the original white diamonds all the time, and immediately it took me back to my childhood. It was very nostalgic to me. Just smelling that, it immediately brought back so many memories. A couple of nights ago, I took my shower and I gave myself a couple of sprays of this. I didn't want to do too much because this can be very suffocating, and in my memory, because I tried my grandmother's white diamonds when I was a child and it suffocated me. And I believe it's because of the tuberose that was in that perfume. I'm not a big fan of tuberose unless tuberose is done perfectly well. This does not have tuberose. I went into Ross and I looked up the fragrance notes. Every time I get a perfume, I would look at the notes to make sure that there are no tuberose notes in it. Because this was more of a spicy floral, I decided, you know what, let me go ahead and try this one. I sprayed this on myself after I took my shower. I was actually expecting the worst, even though this does not have tuberose in it. I love this. There is a burst of sweet, caramelized nuttiness in this fragrance. I was really, really shocked. I was really impressed. This is such an intoxicating fragrance, if you ask me. It has such a beautiful blend of the vanilla mixed with the almond and the sandalwood and the musk, and the lily of the valley just gave it that sweet, powdery dry down, and I was not expecting that. I'm so glad that I went outside of my comfort zone and decided to pick this one up. Even the peach, along with everything else, makes this such an intoxicating fragrance, and This is a fragrance well done, and I'm so happy that I was able to pick this one up and add it to my collection. The next fragrance that I picked up from TJ Maxx is from the design house of Kate Spade, and this is Kate Spade Twirl Eau de Parfum. Again, we have a designer who designed such a gorgeous looking bottle. The main accords are fruity, sweet, white floral, ozonic, floral, aquatic, citrus, musky, soft, spicy, and fresh. Very nice. There are definitely water notes in here, a little bit salty in my personal opinion. Very good, I think, for the summertime. It is light and airy. It is more of a clean, fresh scent that I love. I can definitely smell a little bit of the fruitiness mixed with the floral notes in here. And I think this is going to be very nice for the spring and summer months. Of course, we all know that I love beachy type of fragrances. And I picked this one up from Burlington. This is the Elizabeth Arden Mediterranean Eau de Parfum. This is what the bottle looks like. The main accords are floral, fruity, citrus, powdery, sweet, musky, woody, and fresh. I definitely get hints of fruitiness in here. It is very nice. I would consider this to be a fruity floral type of fragrance, and not much to say about it except that it is a very clean scent, and I am definitely gonna love this one. More outdoorsy type of fragrance, if you ask me, for going for walks or going to the beach, going to the pool, going to the park, just spending time outdoors. And it just smells really nice, and I'm happy to add this to my collection. I'm going to show you this unisex scent that I do have, and it is from none other than the house of Marc Jacobs, and this is Marc Jacobs Rain. This is geared towards women and men. The main accords are aquatic, fresh, floral, sweet, fruity, green, woody, citrus, musky, and earthy. I picked this up because I smelled this, I believe, in Ulta some years ago, and it immediately reminded me of when my husband and I were dating. He used to wear something along these lines, and you know, guys, I am a sucker for a unisex fragrance. I love wearing my husband's fragrances. If you're not into unisex fragrances, you will not like this. There were not a lot of good reviews on this. Some of the reviews were the fact that this was not long lasting at all. Of course, it doesn't bother me because this is gonna stay on my vanity, and I'm only gonna use this when my husband is away on business or has taken a trip somewhere and is not able to come home for the night. I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna spray this on my pillows and my sheets, and that's gonna just give me that comforting type of feeling, because it's going to make me feel that he is around. So this definitely has both a masculine and a feminine touch at the same time. It has woody notes, but it's not an overpowering, overbearing type of fragrance. If you ask me, it is made just right. And I saw this at Marshall's. I believe it was on clearance for about $10. So I went ahead and picked this up, and I can't wait to take this into my new house with me and just have this around to spray this up for the days when my husband is not going to be around. So this is definitely going to remind me of him, and so I had to pick this one up, and it smells really good. I couldn't leave this behind. So you guys, that is it. That is it for my haul. I hope you like what you see. Please comment down below. Let me know which fragrances you have out of the bunch that I just showed you. I love all fragrances, period. I'm gonna try to bring you a third part as soon as possible. Just bear with me. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and click that subscribe button down below and join the family. God bless you, and until my next video.